Hi makers! Well, after a few quiet weeks, Makersnotebook is open again. And we're going to kick things off today with a quick Makers update, including an 11th hour reminder of the IFRA changes that are coming in that are going to affect absolutely everyone. So, although I haven't done a lot of filming over the last few weeks, what I have done is an absolute ton of making. And these three little beauties are all fragrances that are new to me. So here's my top tip if you are testing a fragrance for the first time. I always tend not to add too many additions, different dyes or micas or colours, just so that I know if I don't actually like a fragrance, I'm not actually wasting too many of the resources on it. So for here on the left, I've got Fig and Cassis, and that's just straight wax. And then in the middle, I have, I think that's sea spray, with just a tiniest bit of glitter for a bit of interest. And on the right, I've got Rose Garden. Now, this I have actually used before, but only in a soap and never with wax. And I did actually really like the smell. So with this, I did take the chance of adding in a few little rose petals just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to be testing them out over the next few weeks. And obviously, I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. So looking forward to that. And just an initial observation, the cold throw on the Fig and Cassis is absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping for good things from the hot throw on this one. Fingers crossed. Now, the cold throw from these little beauties is absolutely phenomenal. It's black cherry, and if you've seen any of my little shorts recently, you'll know that I've got a new mould that I am absolutely in love with. Now these are made in that mould, little gorgeous little leaves, and I've made a whole batch of these in black cherry, and I've also done some in snap bars. But I'm starting to put together a testing video for these little melts, and one will be in a tea light burner and one will be in a branded electric burner. So keep your eyes peeled for that coming out soon. Quick distraction. Oh, look at this gorgeous boy snoozing while I film. I haven't shown an awful lot of Rudy lately, and some people have been asking, where's he gone? So I thought I'd sneak that cute little shot in there. But back to making. Now, most of the other things I've made over the last few weeks have actually been bath and body products, which I don't really share a great deal of on this channel. The YouTube algorithm prefers it if you stay in one specific topic, but maybe I will start to share the odd few videos about bath and body products over the year. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see. And for those bath products, well, more specifically for soaps, I've just received some lovely new mica powders, which I think I will actually try in some wax as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that purple. Just lush. So keep an eye out also for some videos with these beauties coming up too. Well, the last thing I wanted to touch on today was just a reminder about the changes that are coming in for IFRA standards on the 10th of May. A little disclaimer, of course, I'm not a legal expert, but this is just a heads up because these changes, once again, if you work with fragrance, this is something that you need to know. Now, in case there is anyone watching who doesn't know who IFRA are the International Fragrance Association, and they produce the standards, global standards, that keep consumers safe. Periodically, IFRA update their standards, and on the 10th of May 2022, we have the 49th Amendment that is already partially in place. It's in place for new fragrances, but for existing fragrances, they have to be compliant by the 10th of May 2022, which means as makers, both for gifting for pleasure or for selling, then we also have to make sure that we're compliant from the 10th of May 2022. Now, suppliers have been working really, really hard to make sure that all of their fragrances are compliant to the 49th Amendment, but what you'll need to do as a maker is to individually check each and every individual fragrance that you use to make sure that it does comply, because at the moment I know not all of them are showing up as being currently compliant, even if the supplier is working towards that. So what do you need to do? Well, you need to check the safety data information that your supplier provides. And within that information, there should be something called the certificate of conformity. You need to make sure that that certificate is for the 49th Amendment, not for the 48th Amendment or earlier. The second thing that you need to look out for with the 49th Amendment is category changes. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that there are no longer a maximum of 11 categories. It's changed to 12 categories. And with that, some products have actually changed categories. Now, these are my scrappy notes for what's relevant to me, but from this you will see that wax melts and candles have moved from category 11 to category 12, and they remain not limited in usage for this particular product. However, with Reed Diffusers, I wasn't so lucky. They have actually moved from category 11 to category 10A, and for that particular fragrance, that same fragrance, it's gone from being able to use it at 100% down to 2%, which for me means I can't really make that product anymore, which is sad, but hopefully there will be a reformulation soon. So all you makers out there, get checking and make sure that what you are making is still compliant and still considered safe. Now, I'll try and put a little link to the actual official IFRA documentation in the description bar below, but whatever fragrances that you're using, the supplier of those should be updating their documentation. So you should be able to reference on those exactly what category your product should be in now. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time.